welcome back to Tailor Tales Grey Route, Chapter 22. If I recall correctly, I don't like the pacing so far. Two decapos of one Academy gang member burst through the front door of my boutique the following afternoon, all holding shopping bags full of various fabrics and supplies. After they dump the bags onto a display table and hand me the receipts, I take out some cash and hand it over with a smile. "Thanks for picking up all this stuff, guys," I say, rifling through the bags to examine the various fabric types and patterns. "This looks great. Would you mind taking it all into the workroom?" I ask, pointing out the location's direction. "Jed and Sarah will sort through everything and distribute it." "Sure thing, Aromie," one of the decapo members says, and the three take the bags away. I let out a long sigh once they're out of earshot, returning to my sketchbook. Deciding the designs for the 50 outfits was easy. 50 suit jackets, 25 button-down shirts, 25 blouses, and a mixture of trousers and skirts. All the cuts are relatively simple with different fabrics, colors, and buttons used for variety's sake. I was able to draw up plans and instructions for those earlier today, but the 5 unique designs I need to provide to be showcased and auctioned off at the charity fundraiser are proving to be a bit more of a challenge. I don't have much experience working with professional wear, which makes it hard to come up with an original design, especially since there's so many constraints in acceptable office wear. After idly tapping my pencil against the paper for a few minutes, I decided to go check up on everyone. Inside my modest workroom, there's nearly 10 people crammed inside, trying to communicate over the loud whir of the sewing machines. Sarah stands over by a table trying to oversee those cutting the bolts of fabric down into the pieces I specified in my instructions. Jen, on the other hand, is assisting someone trying to change out the thread in the sewing machine. A couple of people brought their own machines from home, increasing our efficiency but also cramping the confined space. Sarah walks over to me when she spots me, running a hand over her forehead. "I don't know how well this is working," she says, looking distraught. "I can barely hear myself think." How about if we move everything apart from the sewing machines into the main area of the boutique?" I peer back into the empty, opened room. "Really?" Sarah asks, looking hopeful. "That wouldn't disrupt your business?" "Nah, it's fine. After what Ivan's done, I doubt any customers will be coming in." Though to be escaping the closed quarters, Sarah excitedly tells her team members they'll be relocating. I mean, that's true. While everyone packs up their materials, I clear off some of the display tables to make room and change the soft music that plays in the store to something more energetic and fun. "Oh my god, this is so much better," one Academy member says as she places down her things. "It's nice to actually be able to hear your voice," a decapo replies, winking at her. "What was that story you're trying to tell about the Academy's principal's office again?" As the group settles into a happier rhythm, Sarah and I exchange smiles. It's nice to see everyone getting along decently well, especially since the Academy gang was hesitant to hear the decapos would be showing up to help over these next 2 weeks. But the cheery banter only serves to distract me from my designing work further, and I end up chatting and assisting Sarah's group, neglecting my own. "Girl, you have 2 weeks. You can't be messing around right now." After stealing Sarah upstairs to my apartment during our lunch break, I confide in her about the troubles I'm having. "Oh, don't worry so much, Michiko." Sarah waves away my concerns with her hand. You've had creative blocks before, and you always seem to sort them out in no time. What if I don't figure it out this time? What if I don't finish in time for the fundraiser?" I pop a nail into my mouth. Ew. Envisioning what would happen to the business if I ruined this opportunity. "Hey," Sarah pries my hand away, pulling me in for a hug. "Don't focus on that. It's way too much pressure. Just focus on doing what you love to do. Making clothes that are beautiful, that you want to wear." Sarah is correct. She's the best friend I could ever ask for. "Thanks for being here for me, Sarah. And for everything you do to help," I say, hugging my best friend back. As we step away from each other, a small idea sparks in the back of my mind. "That's what friends are for." Sarah gives me a sweet smile. "You were there for me in my darkest, most dramatic moments." I instantly get flashbacks to seeing Sarah in the hospital after the knife attack from Ivan, only for my mind to be invaded by another fretting thought. Who planted that knife on Gray? "Hey, Michiko, coming back downstairs? I want to spend some time with Jed before getting back to work." I shake any speculations out of my head. "No, I think I'll stay here. The quiet helps me focus, and I really should be getting back to my sketches. Right now, I know exactly what I need to be focusing on. I'll try to find opportunities to take my gang members aside and ask them about the mystery knife over the course of the next 2 weeks. But finishing my designs comes before solving conspiracies." I love this one. This music here. But I also think I'm just weak for like music box-esque kind of music notes. The next 2 weeks passed by in a blur. For the most part, interactions between the Academy and the decapos went better than expected, with numerous budding friendships forming. When they didn't go so well, Sarah and Jed swiftly put a stop to any drama. They also led the volunteers to the successful completions of the 50 outfits, taking as much work off my occupied hands as they could. I look around at my boutique, feeling empty now that everyone has packed up and gone home. Hearing the lock on the back door turn and someone enter, I move my head in time to see Gray walk into the shop. "Hello, stranger," I say as nonchalantly as I can. It's been a while. I haven't seen Grace once since the night the DeCapos met at the bar. He hasn't even hosted his weekly poker games, at least not here in my basement. I had a little free time, so I thought I would come help. Gray looks around at the empty shop and the packed cardboard boxes. "It's a bit late for that," I say tersely. "Everything's done." Gray's eyes whip over to mine, boring into me. "Michiko, are you angry with me?" I sigh as I consider the question. I know I shouldn't be. I know that you told me you'd be busy settling whatever it is that you're dealing with, but I swallow the lump rising in my throat. "I've missed you. A lot." "I know," he whispers. "I'm sorry." Gray moves closer to me, stopping at arm's length. He reaches out and strokes my hair with one of his hands. "I wanted to be here for you, Michiko. I can't be now." "What time is it?" "Really?" I asked, the idea of having him back in my life seeming too good to be true. "Will you come to the fundraiser tomorrow?" He's gonna say no. He's gonna say no. Oh my god. He pulls me in close, pressing a kiss to my forehead. "If you want me there, that's where I'll be, I promise you." "Are you sure? Are you gonna break the promise? Does it mean everything is over? We can go back to normal?" "I don't think so." I don't know yet," Gray looks at me regretfully, "but I'm doing what I can to ensure things play out the way I want them to." I sigh softly, pulling away from him. I want to feel like I have him back again, and not like we're always on borrowed time. Greg clears his throat, then points to the 5 original designs I finished for the fundraiser. "Are those the clothes that you created for the charity?" Jed was telling me about it. He walks over to the display and starts inspecting my creations. Yeah," I say, feeling a bit bashful. It's not exactly the most original concept. I just end up making clothes that I thought I'd want to wear if it were me working in an office. "Oh," Gray asks, holding up a men's navy suit jacket. "How so?" "Well," I started to say, striding over towards him. "It's a fairly standard jacket and pants, as you can see. As for the shirt, I pull out a silk button-down made of 3 horizontal striped sections. It's meant to stand out. I work with a jacket buttoned. This is all that looks like commonplace professional dress, but someone could take the jacket off and then immediately be ready to meet up with friends or a date." "I can't say I've spent much time in a suit," Grace says, taking the shirt's material between 2 fingers. "But it seems like a nice idea. Is it the same concept for the women's clothing?" He points to a couple of dresses and matching jackets. "Exactly." I put one of the outfits on the rack closer towards us. The dress is knee-length with a floral green print, while the jacket of matching length is structured and solid colored. The jacket makes it appropriate to wear at work, but the dress is something I'd still want to be wearing afterwards. "Oh yeah," Grace asked, a slight grin forming. "Maybe you should try it on for me." I know we should be happy that he's here, but I feel like, I don't know, guys. I was so hyped for Gray. I know some of you still are, so I'm not gonna downplay your hype for him. But personally, for me, I don't know how to feel about Gray. I was really hyped for him, but this story, I just feel like there's no connection. He's busy, clearly. He's busy. We're busy. But I thought there would be more, you know? Well, I'm sure, because my girl doesn't see him a whole lot, I'm sure she'll be flirty, yeah? Only if you help me change. I can't help but tease him, falling back into a familiar rhythm. Gray's eyes darken with lust as he looks me over. "I would love to, Michiko." He takes a slow, deliberate step towards me, watching me carefully to see how I react. Despite the weirdness of these past few weeks, I know I still feel the same about him. I still want Gray. Very, very much. Oh, right, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet. So technically he has no... Let me take a step back. he has, he's not expected to do anything, yeah? He's not our boyfriend. Or are we boyfriend and girlfriend? With no label. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck we are. Perhaps I should start off with this. One hand reaches towards my sweater, slowly sliding it off my shoulder. Or these. His other hand slides up my thigh, his fingers hooking themselves on the edge of my underwear. I look up at him from beneath my lashes. Whatever you think is best, Gray. Oh. Gray, I don't... Suddenly, Gray's strong arms wrap around my body. He lifts me up, positioning my leg to wrap around his hips as he presses me against the wall. I blink in surprise, both at having been moved so easily and at the close proximity of his body to mine. Feeling the warmth and solidity of him pressing against me makes my skin flush and my heart flutter. Tell me you want me. He let his lips brush against my hair. He's so cute when he blushes, though. I do. You know I do, but Gray, His lips crash against mine, and for a while the taste of him is all I can think about. When I break away to catch my breath, I slowly regain my previous train of thought. Gray, I let out a moan as his lips find a tender spot on my neck, nearly losing myself to him again. I have to be up early tomorrow. Tonight's not a good night for this. For a moment I am convinced I must be crazy to stop this when I know how badly you both want to continue. If only tomorrow wasn't so unbelievably critical. For a second, Gray doesn't move. I feel him take a few deep breaths against my neck before pulling away to make eye contact. He sets me down carefully. I suppose one could say this is karma for me stating I needed to take my time. The mischievous glint Gray typically has in his eyes isn't quite there now. The way he's looking at me now is more like longing. Lust is a component, sure, but this seems to be deeper, stronger. I believe he truly wants to be here with me. You can stay if you want, I offer, speaking softly, though we'd have to actually, sleep. Tempting, he says, the corner of his lips pulling into a smirk. But I don't think I could let you on. Even if I could keep my hands off you, Chico, I'd still want to spend much more time with you. Then we'll just have to see each other tomorrow. I drink in the sight of him while I still can, reluctant to see him go. Tomorrow it is. He swoops in for one last quick kiss. Good night, Michiko. Good night, Gray. As I watch him leave, I had to stop myself from changing my mind and calling out to stop him. I reassure myself that another opportunity to be with Gray will come along soon enough. Which it will, because we have a few more chapters with him. Dang, this is a nice place, Sarah exclaims as she, Jed, Nikki, and Gray and I walk up to the hotel, boxes in hand. Very fancy, Jed says, nodding along. They're so cute. An employee immediately comes around to assist us, loading the cardboard containers onto a luggage cart. I explain to him that I'm a designer participating in the Workweek conference, and he nods in affirmation. I'll take this over to the conference room 3C for storage. You can double check with the front desk, but I believe the event is being hosted in room 3B next door, the bellhop says. Okay, thank you. I give him a polite smile, but before my attention moves towards locating the elevators. My pleasure. A warm pair of arms wraps around my waist. Is this the kind of place you'd like me to take you to someday? Gray whispers into my ear. Having our own room sounds nice. As lovely as it is, it's probably way too expensive. Shh, he has money. I think he has money. Having our own room sounds nice, I say seductively, speaking at a low enough volume for others not to overhear. Oh yeah? Gray smirks. And what do you imagine us to be doing in there? Whatever you tell me to, I grin wickedly, knowing exactly which buttons to press. He's so cute. Gray stares back at me, his eyes dark with desire. Be careful what you wish for, Michiko. I might just give it to you. That's exactly what I'm counting on. I skip a couple steps ahead, pulling door open into the hotel lobby, and heading inside. Alright. Fancy schmancy. After taking the elevator, we head over to the registration table located outside the relevant conference rooms and are greeted by a stylish-looking woman in her 30s. Oh, hello. Have you seen her before? I can't recall. Hello, I'm Angela. I'm the event coordinator for Workweek Wear's fundraiser today. Are you all attending as guests today? The three men nod, but Sarah and I don't. Hi, I'm Sarah Jones. I'm here as a photographer. I spoke to Neil Forrester and received permission a couple weeks ago. I'm so glad I asked Sarah to call him and set that up. I feel secure knowing Sarah will be able to capture my work, confident she'll do so in a flattering way. Angela confirms something in her notebook before nodding. I see, she smiles brightly at Sarah. I'll get you a press badge, and you? Angela turns her gaze to me, still smiling. I'm Chico Melody. I also spoke with Mr. Forrester about us appearing today as about appearing today as a designer. We bought the required outfits with us. I believe an employee took them to room 3C. The woman's smile freezes. Oh yes, I remember being told you were at it. She seems reluctant to speak further, eyeing another group of people that just approached the table. Can we speak a little ways down the hallway? That is never a good sign. What the hell? Angela asks, and I feel a nervous heat creep through my body. Sure. Though the others stay behind watching us walk away, Gray follows. He stays just far back enough to not appear like he's listening, pretending to be fixated on a piece of artwork hanging in the wall. Is there a problem? I asked nervously as Angela and I come to a stop. We thought we had enough male models for all the original designs today, but we've had several last-minute cancellations. There isn't enough. Angela looks at me apologetically. Since you were the last designer to join, well, I'm too busy trying to keep a straight-faced answer. All the work and time everyone's contributed to this day these past weeks. Was this all for nothing? We can still credit you as a full participant, and we have plenty of female models available, but I'm afraid you won't be able to present any designers that require male models. Angela studies my face, looking concerned. Aren't the models able to change into new clothes throughout the show? I say finally. Well, of course, but even after altering the catwalk order, we couldn't find a way to get male models that would fit the measurements you sent to us ready in time. The schedule was just too fast-paced for the models to do all the clothes changes they would need to. Something has to give. Angela looks at me with pleading eyes, willing me to understand. I let the severity of the situation sink in. With over half of my original outfits unable to be shown today, can I make a big enough impression to have hope of media coverage? Excuse me. Gray cuts into the conversation. Couldn't help over here, and is there any chance that I could volunteer to model Miss Melody's clothes? Yes, Angela says, taken aback. Provided they'll fit, I don't see why not. Excellent. Grace grins at me while I stare back, dumbfounded. And those two gentlemen over there, the ones we arrived with, could they do the same? Well, sure, Angela smiles back. The coordinator for the models is in room 3C. She can give you all your instructions. Sounds great, thank you. I stay amazed the situation worked out. Aw, great. Are you gonna— oh my god, it's gonna be in our outfit. Same with Jed and Nikki, but like, who cares about it? As I walk behind Angela to finish checking in, I resist giving Gray a huge hug. You saved the day, I whisper, looking up at him with a smile. Gray waves away my praise. You would have done just fine without me. I just wanted to see all your effort get the recognition it deserves. I know how hard you worked for this. Gray, you're the sweetest, I beam at him. Absolutely ecstatic. Think Jed and Nikki will agree to be models. I'll convince them. Gray seems quite confident. Leave that to me. As I finish up the registration process with Angela, Gray somehow gets the other guys on board. I'm thankful they're willing to help me. Doubtful either of them would want to be a model for a day. I feel like Jed wouldn't. Nikki would probably be like, well, it's for her, so yeah, I'll do it. The rest of the setup process goes smoothly, and before I know what the event is about to start, Angela comes before everyone to speak, microphone in hand. The bustle of the crowd and numerous conversations come to a close as she moves to the front of the room. Welcome everyone to Workweek's Wear's 5th semi-annual fundraiser. I'm Angela Parker, the event coordinator for this afternoon. In just a few minutes we'll start a fashion show. I'm sure you are all very excited to start. Today's event completely features indie designers and small boutique owners who have generously donated clothing to our cause. Please give them a round of applause. Angela pauses to give the audience time to clap. The bidding today will be done by silent auction, and any money raised will be split between our organization and the respective designer of the outfit. Here's how to place your bid. As Angela goes into detail, Sarah turns to whisper to me. Can you believe any second now your work is going to be on display? Absolutely not, I say. Remember how powerful it was to see my designs at a high school play. This is something I couldn't have imagined. Are you excited to see Jen in a suit? I whisper to Sarah. Of course, she grins. Opportunities like this don't come around too often. You're totally right. A thrill of anticipation runs through me as I try to imagine Gray wearing the suit I designed. I'm very glad I didn't wash the clothes with a lavender detergent this time around. And without further ado, let's begin, Angela exclaims. In groups of 5 models walk into the room and stand behind Angela, showing all the features of their clothing through various subtle poses. Sarah and I converse with each other as the show goes on, complimenting unique aspects of the designs and discussing what outfits we would want to wear. Chatting with her serves as a pleasant distraction from the thought of my own clothing being on display any second now. I hope the guys are doing okay. The 3 suits I made should fit them decently, especially with some assistance from pins. Look, Sarah squeals, getting her camera ready as the next group walks in front of the room. Aw, Gray, you're so cute! He's literally in gray and red, which is good. I prefer the black and red combo, but that's kind of overused. A whirlwind of emotions run through me as I see 2 female models along with Nikki, Gray, and Jed standing before the crowd, dressed in my handiwork. Gray in particular walks to the end of the catwalk and flashes his iconic grin at the crowd. He makes a finger gun and puffs out his blazer. I can't help but beam with pride. Gray looks so good. I never imagined. Do you think people like them? I asked Sarah, no doubt disturbing her as she takes photos. What's not to like? They're beautiful, Michiko. She flashes me a quick smile. Chad looks great. To my surprise, I do see some people taking notice and jotting things down on paper, following the instructions Angela gave to place a bid. That has to be a good sign. Oh, he looks so hot, dude. The showcase phase of the event soon wraps up and the guys walk over to us afterwards while the bidding phase officially starts. How do we do? Nikki says, dressed in his regular clothes again. You all look amazing. Sarah replies, looking only at Chad. Oh, he's still in it. Aw, cute. Great, I noticed him. He didn't undress. I asked, seeing him wear the outfit still. I honestly felt like wearing this a little longer, he admits. Been getting some good feedback on it. Did you really have to do the finger gun at the end there? I asked with a grin. Give me some slack. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Grace smiles sheepishly at me, running one hand through his hair. It was adorable, I say earnestly. Excuse me, are they the designer of these young men's outfits? Oh, you look like a woman I want to network with. She looks proper. She looks like she smells like money. I feel a tap on my shoulder and turn to see an elegant middle-aged woman trying to get my attention. Oh, yes, I am. I'm Michiko Melody. I reach out to shake her hand, which she accepts. Evelyn, even her name is beautiful. Nice to meet you, Miss Michiko. You can call me Evelyn. The woman gives me a polite smile. I just wanted to say I enjoyed your work. I hope to see you at the next fundraiser as well. Thank you very much. I hope they'll have me back at the next event also, I say, returning her smile. Evelyn says the brief farewells to the group and is on her way. I turn back to everyone grinning. That was kind to her, Jed says. Yeah, I shake my head in disbelief. This whole day has just been unreal. Well, you deserved it. Sarah rests her head on my shoulder for a second. You've been working so hard. I couldn't have dinner without you guys. Thank you all so much. Seriously, this has been such an incredible moment. It's not over yet, right? Nikki points out. Don't you still have to get paid? How does that work? Oh, right. I'm not really sure. I should go talk to Angela. I search for the event coordinator in the crowd. We get like partial payment, right? Is it like a 50-50? Upon spotting her, I make my way over to inquire about payment for my designs. Let me see here, Angela says, tallying up my numbers from her stack of papers and showing it to me. You can expect to receive a bank transfer of roughly half this amount. If you'd like, you can give me your bank information now, or we can do it later this week over the phone. Now it's fine, I say, taking a piece of paper and pen for her and writing my account number down. This seems fishy. What if somebody like takes her information? You can expect an email from us with records of the bidding, as well as a survey for how you thought the event was run today, and information about how to volunteer further with work week wear. We look forward to hearing from you. Angela gives me another professional smile. Thank you, I say politely before heading back to join my friends. So, Sarah asks as I approach, are you a millionaire now? Far from it, I laugh. But for 2 weeks of non-stop work, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Not life-changing or anything, but I don't have to worry as much about the business being non-existent for a while. That's awesome, Sarah replies. Should we all head home? I want to upload these photos and edit them as soon as possible so we can try to get that business article about Michiko written for the newspaper. Fine by me, Jet says. It'd be good to change clothes. As Sarah pouts, Nikki makes eye contact with Gray and I. Are you guys leaving too? Nikki asks. I think most people are. Oh yeah, I'm pretty tired, I confess. Gray places a hand on the small of my back, leading me out of the conference room as the rest of the group follows. Let's get you home then. I can think of nothing better. Alright. I think that went pretty well. Pretty good. I don't know how much we made. I was kind of curious of the number, but I guess they'll never tell us. But I guess she's fine for a little bit. With no customers in sight. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.